to do this. She continued to try to defend her mom by saying she was only doing what she thought was best for her grandson. But if that's the case, then why is it that she did it like behind your back? She even downplayed it by saying it's just a little water and a few words and we don't go to church anyway, so what does it matter? I kind of see her point, like realistic. I do see her point. But it's the principle. It's the principle of doing it behind your backs that's super annoying. I told her that under no circumstances I will allow her parents to watch our son by themselves again. I said that we can still let them see their grandson, but only if we are present. Right, because like at this point, where does it stop? Now that she knows that like all she has to do is wait for you to go away and she can do all the things that you don't agree to and essentially parent your own child. And she can do all the things that, you know, you wouldn't agree to behind your back. Like, where does it end? Now that she knows she can get away with it, she'll do other things behind your back.
Drugs. Mostly drugs.
I also said if she doesn't see what the big deal is with the situation, then maybe we aren't on the same page as parents and we need to see a counselor. She started crying and said this isn't the kind of decision I get to make on my own. And I'm an a-hole for trying to tell her what kind of relationship her parents can have with our son. At the end of the day, I think that you're just pissed that this happened behind your back. This is an important decision that should be up to the parents and not the grandparents. I told her I no longer have any trust or respect for her parents, and I don't know if there's anything they can do to repair that. I told her I don't care if that makes me an a-hole, but what her parents did was unforgivable in my eyes, and they put themselves in this position to lose privileges with our son. She's been trying to convince me to change my mind for the last month, but I'm not budging. To me, this is a hill I'm willing to die on. Okay, so we have some interesting developments in the comments. These types of baptisms violate church law, and if it was actually done by their priest, you should contact the bishop and file a complaint. And they link an article, is a secret baptism against the parents' wishes the right thing to do? No, in fact, the church prohibits a secret baptism without the knowledge or approval of the parents. So remember what I said about the people that are most worried about burning in hell are the ones that will actually burn in hell? Yeah, like on the Catholic Spirit website. OP responds, I didn't know this. Thank you for this. I will be doing that ASAP. I was going to be saying something along these lines as well. There were a number of hoops to jump through when my kids were baptized, one of which including going to a class and signing paperwork. It's possible your mother is lying or that's not an official baptism. Interesting development. You can't just pop in a Catholic church and demand a same-day baptism. Something is off. Ooh, okay. The plot thickens. Oh, and we have a response from a lawyer that we can't see their credentials, but still, we'll take their word for it. I love it when people go in the comments as a lawyer, but they're not a lawyer, you know? It's just, it gives weight to it. There's no way that you're gonna know if this person's an actual lawyer. I'm actually a canon lawyer, basically Catholic church lawyer, and this is correct. In my diocese, if a priest did this, he would be in serious trouble. Please contact your local diocese to report this. It's not okay. We respect the rights of our parents to choose baptism for their child. This website will help you find what diocese you are located in and give you contact information for their central offices. As an employee of the Catholic Church, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Please know it's not how things are supposed to go. Interesting, very interesting, but thankfully, we do have an update. First off, I want to thank everyone who sent me supportive messages and advice. I never expected my post to get so much attention. So here's the update. Turns out some of you were right. My wife was in on it. Oh, you know what? That actually kind of makes sense with the fact that she was so like,
oh, this isn't a big deal
or whatever. Because in any other circumstance, like what happens if you like went to take your son for like got his ears pierced or something? You got him his first haircut and the parents were never there. I feel as though the fact that she's not worried about it or she's like kind of downplaying it, it makes sense that she would be involved. I confronted her a couple of days after I posted and directly asked her if she knew that her parents planned this. She broke down and confessed everything to me. Mother-in-law had been pestering her about baptizing our son non-stop, and my wife finally caved. That's still without your permission though. My wife has been working from home during COVID while my job requires me to go into the office. My wife and mother-in-law started doing Zoom meetings with mother-in-law's priest to start the baptism process. They lied to the priest and told him that I was okay with baptizing our son, but didn't want to be involved. Ooh. Okay, this is much bigger than I thought it would be. This is a very big problem. I don't love this for you. The priest allowed it and they started doing online baptism classes while I was at work. My wife admitted that she planned it around our anniversary getaway and that mother-in-law had somehow convinced the priest that her and father-in-law would be the only ones in attendance. My wife told me I wasn't supposed to find out, but mother-in-law couldn't keep her mouth shut for even one day about it. That doesn't make it better. Oh, you would have never known. Oh, I would have just kept lying to you about it. How is that better? Their intention was to keep this from me permanently. Ooh, I don't love that. I hate it, actually. I don't like it at all. I did contact the church to let them know the truth. I talked with the priest and he was surprisingly helpful. He said he would take the proper steps to make sure mother-in-law is no longer welcome in their church and to reach out to the local parish to see what further steps need to be taken. I have yet to hear back from them on that. My wife and mother-in-law are mad that I got her kicked out of church, but I don't care what they think or feel anymore. These people who I love and trusted had betrayed me, and I felt a range of emotions I didn't know existed. My wife begged for forgiveness, but the fact that she didn't come clean on her own mistakes makes me feel she would have kept this from me unless I confronted her. She's willing to do therapy, counseling, whatever it takes. I don't know if I want to put in that work. I feel like there's no coming back from this. To some degree, I do think that she was pressured and maybe she really doesn't necessarily think it's that big of a deal. The baptism itself, especially like, you know, if you don't believe in that stuff, I feel like that's not a big deal. Like you could do it just to keep somebody happy. It's the going behind your back that's a big deal. The lying and the like sneaking around and the like going on a trip and planning the baptism from when you're not there. Like that's sneaky. It's weird behavior. I contacted a divorce lawyer and started discussing what a divorce would look like and if there's any way I can add provisions to a divorce agreement that would keep my in-laws from seeing my grandson unsupervised. He's been very helpful, but I haven't given him the go-ahead to actually file for divorce yet. I feel I'm too angry about the entire thing to think rationally, and I want to give myself time to fully grasp what a divorce will mean for me and my family. My wife and I aren't talking much. I pretty much go to work, come home to play with my son, go to bed, and repeat. I don't know what the future is going to bring, but I don't know that without the support and help from the people here, I would have the clarity I do now. I love this top comment. She started crying and said, "This isn't the kind of decision I get to make on my own." Interesting choice of words. But it was the kind of decision she got to make on her own. Classic case of rules for thee, but not for me. How could OOP's mother-in-law not realize it was a bad idea when she lied to the priest? That's not something the big guy up there would be happy about. I'll never understand being so devout that you sin in service of your faith. I mean, yeah, there's that. It's funny how the wife cried and begged, told him he can't make a unilateral decision and refused counseling. Then to find out she herself made a unilateral decision, tried to cover it up, then begged for counseling. Sucks when the shoe is on the other foot, I guess. I truly wish you the best. I truly do. It's not my place to tell you to get divorced or not to get divorced or stay with the person, whatever. You need to decide if this betrayal is something that you're willing to end your marriage over. But in the case of, are you the a-hole for telling your wife her parents are not allowed to ever watch your son again? Not the a-hole. My mother-in-law threatened to go no contact with me if I didn't name my baby after her for a stupid tradition. Name it after her? Why would you want to do that? It has come to my attention that my mother-in-law has made a Reddit post about me. I haven't ever used Reddit before, and this is a new account, and I made it to post my response and my side of the story. Let's call my mother-in-law Anika, lol. Wait. Where's the post? I really want to know where the post is. Oh my God, we have the, oh. Okay. Oh, I love it when the girlies are fighting in the subreddits. Oh, T. Okay, this means that we get to decide who's the a-hole and who isn't. Okay. Oh, I love this. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh God, who are we gonna hear from first? I love these because it's really a show for like when two people are in arguments, how people cherry pick certain facts and like leave certain things out to make themselves sound better. Ooh, goody. When Anika found out that we were having a baby girl, she was very hyped. I knew about the tradition, but I was already set on the name Scarlett. Is that actually what you decided? Or is that a fake name? I didn't tell anyone yet though, but I noticed Anika hinting to me that she wanted me to name the baby after her. I ignored the hints and tried to hint back that I wasn't going to take part in the tradition. If you didn't see the story made by mother-in-law, the tradition is where the firstborn daughter is named after the mother-in-law. I don't know, I'm tired and pregnant and honestly forgot. I'm sorry, but like how far does this tradition go back? That's really silly. Like, I'm sorry, you don't get to decide what someone else names their child. I haven't heard her side of the story. I'm just saying, like, from my perspective right now, you should never expect anyone to name anyone anything. Except maybe they get the husband's last name. That's like a tradition that is kind of hard to get rid of, honestly. I was tired of her trying to push this tradition on me, and so I told her the baby's name. She bit her upper lip and asked me if I knew about the tradition. I said I did, but she proceeded to explain it. Girl, shut up. I know the tradition. I smiled and shook my head and said, very nice tradition your family has. She asked me again if I was going to name the baby after her, and I said no. She told me the name I chose was terrible.